more. Mdm Shakirah Sanusi 2020 tarian grup eksponensial. Okey, pengenalan horizontal asymptote. Pilih. Ikuti. Panjang sikit. Kanan, abaikan expectation. Satu, jangan lupa. Berhasil. Jangan konsep, buka mata. Satu, konsep. Step 2. Tingkatkan Y. S equals to 0. Sini. X. Kita sawakan. X. Satu bagi dulu, jangan bagi sikit. Okey, ni atas balik. X equals to 0. Lagi dulu. X equals to 0. Okey, step ketiga, kita masukkan negatif dengan positif. Kita akan dapat satu kodin 2 low, kodin 1 left. So cara lukisnya dari bawah ke atas. Okey, sekarang ini dah. Gitu. Okey, faham tak? Ke atas. Okey, okey, itu tu bukti lagi. Okey, semua faham tak? Okey, hari kita turun lah. Kita dekat letak pula. Okay. Okay, lepas tu kita tiriskan graf dia. Macam mana? Turun. 1, 2, 3. Saya nak lukis dia dari bawah naik ke atas. Kita tiriskan graf dia. Macam mana? Turun. 1, 2, 3. Saya nak lukis dia dari bawah naik ke atas. Okay, nice. Boleh? Okay, nice. Boleh?
Hi everyone. Okay, so let's do a quick summary about chapter 5, function and graphs. Okay, so for chapter 5, functions and graph, what do we have? Okay, you will have to identify either it is a function or not. So for you to identify it is a function or not, you must draw a vertical line on the function, okay, at the graph, then and make sure the vertical line cut at only one point. So your vertical line is like this. Okay, next one, you will have to identify either it is a function, the function is one-to-one or not. Okay, for us to identify the function is one-to-one, you can use either the algebraic step. Okay, you will make sure the left hand side and the right hand side will equal. Okay, fx1 equal to fx2. Okay, or you can draw horizontal line. Okay, your horizontal line cut at only one point. So your horizontal line should be like this. Okay, just now vertical line untuk kita check whether it is a function or no. If it is horizontal line, for us to check it is one-to-one or not. Simple saja. Okay, that's not hard. Okay, next one is composite function. Okay, composite functions mean you put together more than one functions. Okay, for example f(g)(x). Okay, for composite function, you will either need to find the function, the other function, either for look at number 1 here, f(g)(x), you need to find gx. Okay, gx, the position is inside, or for my student I use as dalam lah. Okay, for dalam the step will be direct. It's easier for you to remember D and D, alright? Okay, number 2, gfx. You want to find gx. So the position of gx here is outside or luar. Okay, untuk luar we use let. Okay, for the let we have step. First I will let add to y, and then we change x as our perkara rumus, and then we can get our fx. Automatically you change to fy. Alright, magic there. Okay. The last thing that you need to conquer for chapter 5 functions and graph is for you to draw your graph. Okay, you have to understand your graph, you have to know what to draw. Okay, the information that you need to use, you need to find, and so that we can find our domain and range. Okay, so let's look at what functions you are going to learn. Okay, you have to learn. First is constant. Constant is simple to linear. Yes, you learn at school. Quadratic as well, so it is not hard for that one. Okay, for cubic, okay, cubic we have set, we have absolute value, we have exponential, and for exponential you can inverse on y equal to x. Okay, and you will get logarithmic function. So these are all the functions that you need to know how to draw, and more than one function can come on one question, and we call it as piecewise function. Okay, so that's all. Later we look at for each graph, on a little summary for each graph on how we can use to draw. Okay, alright, for constant function, so the constant function either you have x in front or y. Okay, so for the x, that means our graph will be vertical. Okay, vertical graph, so our domain is only at position A, and our range is okay, kalau domain you have to look at from the left, okay, to the right. Okay, but for range you have to look at from bottom to the top. Okay, so this is easier for constant function. Okay, our range will be negative infinity until infinity. Okay, you can go bottom and you can go on the top. Okay, and for our next function, constant function, when y, okay, y, this is our y. Okay, y is a horizontal line. Okay, your graph will be like this. Okay, so our domain will be to the left. To the left is negative infinity, and to the right is positive infinity, and your range is at the value, at the position. Okay, for next function is our linear function. Okay, linear function, as you can see here, I divided into two, which is different for our A. Either it is A positive, A is negative. Okay, A here is actually your gradient, your M. Okay, if your gradient is positive, that means your graph will increase like this. Okay, what is our domain? So domain, I said to you, we look at left and right. Okay, for the left, you can move it again, so it is negative infinity. For the right, you can also move to the right, so that's mean from negative infinity to infinity. And for the range, we look at from bottom to the top. Okay, as you can see, your graph can go down. Okay, so that's mean your range can go to the bottom and your graph will go up, so your range will go to positive infinity. So that's why the range is negative infinity and positive infinity. Okay, for the other one, for your M, your A is less than 0, A is negative. That means our graph to the in the form like this. So you punya domain, the left and right is negative infinity, and you punya range, okay, you can go higher and you can go lower. So it is negative infinity and infinity. Alright, for the next graph, we have quadratic function. Okay, quadratic means you will need to have the highest power of x is power of 2. Alright, so here this is our quadratic. Again, our shape of graph is different for our A value. If A is positive, this is my graph. Okay, if A is negative, this is set graph. Okay, senyum masam. Alright, for quadratic, the most important is actually for you to find the minimum or maximum point. Okay, why is it is minimum point here? Because when you smile, okay, the point yang paling bawah, adalah point yang, point di sini adalah point yang paling bawah. That's why I call it as the minimum point. And kalau you masam, mula awak muncung kan, okay, so point awak adalah yang paling atas kat situ, terkeluar muncung tu, kalau dah tarik muka tu. Okay, so what is our formula for minimum and maximum point? Is just the same formula. Okay, just ganti sahaja what the value that you have from the function. What is your B, what is your A. Okay, this is for x coordinate, and for you to find y naught is just substitute x coordinate inside the function. Okay, and you will get your y naught, our y coordinate. Okay, minimum and maximum point is very important because it will be our guidance in order for us to draw our graph. Okay, dia akan jadi kita punya center. Okay, kita punya position graph. Okay, another one is our domain. Okay, domain kalau you tengok graph you boleh gerak lagi, boleh gerak kan, boleh gerak non-stop. So that's mean we can go to the left, okay, go to negative infinity, and this one you can go to the positive infinity. And your range, okay, negative infinity kepada infinity adalah you punya domain. Selagi the question didn't put any restriction, tak ada syarat apa-apa pun. Okay, next you punya range, kita tengok graph kita bermula daripada dia punya tapak dekat sini and can go higher. Okay, tapak dekat sini adalah apa? Range adalah y value. That means you have to use your y naught. Okay, square y naught, because y naught is included and goes to infinity. Alright, so our range for our graph masam tadi. Okay, graph awak ini bukan tadi bottom, ini tapak dia. Okay, bottom. Here is you punya top, sebab graph awak ke bawah. Okay, ke bawah. So this one is you punya top. That means it the highest value of our range included y naught. Bottom lagi kan, so dia adalah negative infinity kepada y naught. Alright. Okay, next cubic function, y equal to ax cube. Okay, cubic function ni actually kalau you tak sure dengan dia punya macam mana you nak sambung, actually you just find the coordinates. Okay, bila you find coordinate, you can nampak imagine the image and you can sambung sahaja, connect the points. Alright, so this one is for a greater than 0. So this is our graph. So your domain to the left and to the right, negative infinity kepada infinity. You punya range pun negative infinity kepada infinity. Okay, tak ada syarat. Alright, so this one is the same for cubic. Okay, the other one is absolute value function. Okay, absolute value function is very easy. Okay, absolute value function if is y equal to modulus x. Okay, so bentuk dia, alright, kalau you derive, you akan dapat x dengan negative x. Okay, that's why you ada satu side belah kanan dan satu side belah kiri, or you can understand it as you punya V graph. Okay, so this one, alright, so our domain, this one you can move further. So our domain from negative infinity. Okay, this one you can move further. It's positive infinity. Alright, next is our range is square 0 to infinity. Okay, another one is for absolute value function when you have negative in front. Okay, when you have a negative in front, so your shape will be V on the bottom. Okay, ataupun you reflect yang graph atas tadi. Okay, you derive pun boleh. So kalau di sini domain kita masih, your graph can move further lagi. So from negative infinity kepada infinity, and you punya range adalah daripada bawah negative infinity kepada square 0. Macam kat sini tadi kita punya range adalah this one you punya bottom. Okay, ini graf awak yang paling bawah sekali. So bila paling bawah sekali bermakna kita punya range bermula daripada square 0 kepada infinity. It can move further. But for the graph on the bottom, you punya range adalah bermula daripada, graf awak dah turun bawah lagi. Okay, dan graf awak paling tinggi, position paling tinggi dia bermakna range paling tinggi kita adalah 0 square. Okay, understand for that part. Alright, let's look at surd. Okay, surd function you have here. Let's say this is my function y equal to surd negative x. Okay, and you have surd function y equal to negative surd negative x. Alright, the first thing is actually we look at inside of surd. Okay, you take inside of surd. So what you have inside of surd here? Negative x. Okay, from inside the surd, you greater equal to 0, because we know that elements yang berada dalam surd always be positive. So that's why greater equal to 0. So we calculate. So from here we can calculate x less equal to 0. So bermakna kita punya graf domain x kita adalah ke kiri, lebih kecil daripada kosong. Okay, so it is to the left. Alright. So you punya hint dia adalah di dalam surd tadi. Okay. So kita boleh lukis daripada bermula x kosong ke kiri. Sebab tu graf awak ke kiri. Okey. Macam mana saya nak tahu dia kedudukan atas ataupun bawah? Kedudukan atas, okey, ke kiri ni you ada dua, sama ada ke atas x kosong ke atas ataupun x kosong ke bawah. Okey, macam mana kita nak tentukan? Alah, tengok kepada kita punya luar surd di depan surd ni. Ada positif ataupun negatif. Kalau positif bermakna berada atas spasi x. Kalau negatif, that mean berada di bawah negatif x. Betul ke tidak? So kita tengok yang graf yang di bawah. I said what? Take term inside surd greater equal to 0. So here negative x greater equal to 0. So at the end we get x less equal to 0. That mean to the left. Okay, sama dengan atas, to the left, to the left. Okay, bila to the left, I said just now kita ada dua, sama ada to the left dari atas ataupun to the left ke bawah. Ke atas ataupun ke bawah. So kita nak tentukan ke bawah adalah disebabkan kita punya simbol negatif di luar surd. Okay, easy right? Next one, I say it's the same thing as before. Alright, so you guys boleh faham yang tu. Okay, the direction, position positif negatif di luar surd menentukan kita punya kedudukan graf itu sama ada di atas spasi x ataupun di bawah. Itu yang pertama. Term inside surd kita greater equal to 0 untuk tahu you punya direction. Okay, ke kanan ke kiri, sebab graf surd boleh ada ke kanan, boleh ada ke kiri. Position di luar surd, inside surd, direction. Okay, take note that one. Okay, I think last one actually we have exponential function. Okay, for exponential function, okay, kalau you tengok video Zumba tadi dah jelas explain. Okay, kita ada 3 step. Alright, untuk memudahkan awak. The first step is for you to find horizontal asymptotes. Okay, horizontal asymptotes. Okay, your friends dance just now. Okay, your friends said for us to look at to find the horizontal asymptote, easier for you to look at the function. Okay, kita tengok kita punya function. You tengok constant dia sahaja. Jangan tengok exponential term. As you can see here, our function is e to the power of x. Do we have constant here? No. Okay, that's why you punya horizontal asymptotes is equal to 0. So horizontal asymptotes is our y function. So that's why y equal to 0. Okay, that is our first step. It's the same for the function yang kat bawah ni pun. Dia tak ada constant. That's why kita punya number 1 is y equal to 0. Okay, step number 2 is for us to find y-intercept. Y-intercept adalah bila x equal to 0. Okay, just substitute x equal to 0, you get y equal to 1. Okay, it's the same as the second function. Alright, next, Okay, daripada step 1 dengan step 2 sebenarnya you dah ada direction graph awak, which is your graph must move from, mesti bergerak daripada y equal to 0 to y equal to 1. Okay, so kalau kosong kepada 1, dia naik atas. Okay, dia ada dua, sama ada dari kiri ataupun dari kanan. So next, for us to identify either is dari kiri or dari kanan adalah kita bergantung kepada step yang ketiga. Okay, what is your third step? The third step is for us to find the coordinate. Okay, carilah titik apa pun yang bersesuaian. Ambil satu belah kanan, ambil satu belah kiri. Okay, okay. So kita tengok kuadran. So kita tengok yang ni kuadran 2 kepada kuadran 1. So ini adalah kuadran 2, kuadran 1. Okay. Dan tengok dia punya y coordinate lah. Mana lebih higher, baru kita tahu kita nak label mana yang lebih tinggi. So that's why inilah kita punya bentuk graph. Okay, untuk graph pertama yang di atas ni, you punya domain, you can move again to the left and you can move the graph to the right. Okay, so our domain is negative infinity kepada infinity, and our range, okay, range, mana graph kita paling bawah? Di sini, menghampiri kosong. Dia jangan sentuh kosong lah. Asymptote, asymptote means you approaching, not touch. Okay, so dia adalah 0 kepada infinity. The graph can move upper, alright, higher, alright. Next, our second graph. Okay, step 1, step 2, no need for me to explain again. Number 3, the points at quadratic 1 to quadratic 2. Okay, quadratic 1, quadratic 2. So macam mana kita nak identify quadratic? Find any x value and you note, next you find the, you decide any x value and find the y value. Look at the points, which one is higher, means this one is lower, this one is higher. So your exponential graph will be complete. Okay, so it's the same for the domain and range. So exponential is actually not difficult. Okay, just practice. Okay, this is for the end of our summary for chapter 5. Okay, as you look at here, I have exponential function for the blue one, the blue graph. Okay, in order for you to find the logarithmic function, you need to inverse exponential on, at y equal to x. Okay, the first thing, you bila you nak inverse dekat y equal to x, make sure it is 45 degree. Jangan lukis-lukis tak sama, okay, dia akan affect your graph. Next one, so kita just inverse sahaja. Okay, look at example yang bawah ni pun. Inilah bentuk dia. Okay, so let's look at this table. Actually, the function fx and f inverse have relations with each other. Okay, for example, x intercept, pintasan x bagi function asal adalah sebenarnya pintasan y bagi function inverse. Okay, right, and contoh kat sini, pintasan y bagi graf di atas ini adalah 1. Okay, okay, pintasan y bagi graf biru adalah 1. Bila dia pergi kepada inverse, 1 ni tak akan jadi pintasan y, dia akan jadi pintasan x. Pintasan y, lepas tu dia akan jadi pintasan pintasan y, pintasan x bagi f inverse. Look at example here, BB here. Okay, that's it. Okay, you boleh, maksudnya kalau you buat table, sebenarnya it's easier for you to identify the value. Next, our domain dengan range. Our domain and range have relation. Our domain for f function is equal to range for inverse function, and for the range of RF, range of our function, is equal to the domain of f inverse function. So actually, it's not hard, it's easier when you can make summary. Okay, you know what the contents, well, understand the contents, simplify the contents, and when your content is being simplified, you can apply doing your questions. Alright, so that's all from me. Okay, so good luck. Okay, bye, assalamualaikum. And of course, thank you so much for my students for your efforts doing the ZUMBA Zumba function and graph. Alright, so thank you.